Football here on Dallas Community Television. Alongside Brian Smith, I'm Robert Eicher, and tonight we have for you an exciting matchup between two teams here in the Metroplex, as the Arlington Panthers in the white uniforms will be taking on the Texas Rampage in the red, white, and blue. And teams just had the coin toss, and we'll sort out all of this information later once we get a little bit closer to game time. Texas Rampage playing their games here at Standridge Stadium, and Brian Smith, it looks like it should be a pretty exciting night here for football here in the early summer.
A lot of big guys out there, a lot of big guys, especially for the Carolina Panthers, actually, the Arlington Panthers. Big guys. I think they had like a total of maybe 5 people over 330 pounds. Big, big, big line.
And so you think big whenever you think of the Arlington Panthers, and when you think of the Texas Rampage, you think athleticism. Guys like Bernard Stiggers, he's a wide receiver and one of their captains. Quarterback Mike McDade, he's a big, lanky, very athletic player out of the University of Tennessee. Great quarterback, #1 rated in this league last year. Also Ed Canty. Ed Canty is a running back. Now he's a big guy, but also very athletic. 250-pound running back, but he can turn on the speed. So the Arlington Panthers very big, and the Texas Rampage very athletic. And we'll see who gets the better of whom tonight, whether the athleticism will win or whether the big physical size will win.
Or whether the weather will win.
Yes, that is very true. I don't know if you can tell by looking at the playing conditions, but we've had rain here in the Metroplex the last couple of days, and it looks like more of the same. It is overcast, very muggy, and we've already had a few sprinkles here at the time we're taping this. Shot of the stands. You can see just barely some of the stands there and some of the fans there. The umbrellas are out. And judging by the sound of things down there, Brian, it sounds like there might be some stuff falling from the sky right now.
Yes.
And we're scheduled for a 7 o'clock, 7:05 start somewhere in that neighborhood. And even about 5:30, 6 o'clock, the lights were on here at Standridge Stadium in Farmers Branch. And Brian, right now, I should probably mention here, we're here at Standridge Stadium. This stadium, very large, very nice, just a very nice facility all the way around, and used for high school teams. This has got to be a very nice big stadium for high school use.
It really is. I remember this stadium. I played here, I believe, just one time. Nice shot of the stands there. The field is gorgeous. They got a nice track. The turf is in great condition. It's a really beautiful field and a beautiful view from up here in the press box of Farmers Branch also. Nice shot of the fans there. Still a little bit wet out there, it looks like.
Okay, and they do have an artificial surface here, so that could get slick as we move a little bit later on into the evening, especially if this rain continues to fall. But just a huge stadium for high school use, and it is Carrollton and Farmers Branch. Their high school teams share this stadium. And right here in Farmers Branch, just actually near the city limits between Farmers Branch and Carrollton. As you see, members of the Texas Rampage there making their way onto the field, and player introductions will be coming your way very shortly from our public address announcer. Texas Rampage enjoying another fine season. They've already played one exhibition game and one regular season game. We can tell you a little more about how they fared in just a moment. Team gathering around now for a final word. Imploring a little divine intervention for tonight's game. And certainly we hope to see a good contest to keep things free from injury on both sides.
Robert, you can hear the ref in the background there. We got a mic on the ref this game. That'll be kind of fun.
Yeah, that should be interesting, and it'll be very helpful for our fans at home. Of course, we should probably have the referee feed throughout the whole game. But fans at home probably only able to hear the referee whenever he makes a call. But nevertheless, it's all in an effort to help bring the fans a little bit closer to the game. And we'll be able to really keep you informed as to what's going on here on Dallas Community Television. Okay, fans, we think player introductions are coming up right now. So at this time, we want to throw it to the public address announcer so you can meet the Arlington Panthers and the Texas Rampage.
Number 97, William Woods. Nose guard for Abilene Christian, number 91, Kelvin Johnson. As defensive end for Mississippi State University, number 94, Al Cotton. Western State, number 58, Stephen Donaldson. Linebacker from Cisco Junior College, number 50, Ron Bowie. Linebacker from South Grand Prairie High School, number 51, Roland Moody. Linebacker from High School, number 52, Dana Stevens. Linebacker from Trinity Valley, number 54, Curtis Peterson. Cornerback from O.B. Wyatt, number 20, Mark Ezell. Cornerback from Alcorn State University, number 25, Ben Carter. Head coach Jerry Dunsmore and the rest of the Arlington Panthers.
So, the Arlington Panthers taking the field, and the Texas Rampage now, as you see, their contingent ready to take the field of play here at Standridge Stadium.
And now, introducing the 1996 Texas Rampage Football Club, we will introduce all of the players to you. Beginning, wide receiver from Hillcrest High School, number 1, Bernard Stiggers. Wide receiver from Texas A&I, number 2, Dwayne Hill. Running back from Livingston College, number 3, Ed Cansey. Quarterback from Roosevelt High School, number 4, Carl Davis. Wide receiver from Hawaii, number 5, Ryan Wallace. Wide receiver from Norfolk State, number 6, Eric Scott. Defensive back from Northwestern Oklahoma State, number 7, Marcus Compton. Defensive back from Central Oklahoma State, number 8, Ben Molina. Wide receiver from Iowa State, number 9, Troy Bird. Kicker, Hunter from Cisco Junior College, number 10, Ruby Cipriano. Kicker back from Marine, number 11, James Foster. Quarterback from the University of Tennessee, number 12, Mike McDade. Defensive back from Montana State, number 16, Derek Johnson. Running back from East Texas State, number 20, Jason Smith. Defensive back from East Texas State, number 21, Jimmy Hooker. Running back from Baylor University, number 22, Mike Moore. Running back from the Baltimore Stallions, number 24, Kelly Yancey. Linebacker from East Texas State, number 26, Dexter Harvey. Defensive back from Northeast Louisiana State, number 29, Ike Jackson. Defensive back from Hawaii, number 30, Joe Davis. Running back from East Texas State, number 32, Rodney Whiteside. Running back from West Mesquite High School, number 33, Tim Shirey. Running back from Savannah State, number 34, Charles Jenkins. Running back from the University of Oklahoma, number 42, Reggie Finch. Running back from Hillcrest High School, number 44, Fred Barnett. Defensive back from the Arlington Panthers, number 46, Bill Brent. Defensive back from the University of Idaho, number 48, Cedric West. Linebacker from Arlington High School, number 50, Shay Fanning. Linebacker from Duncanville High School, number 51, Johnny Cleveland. Linebacker for Kansas State University, number 52, Troy Chance. Linebacker from O.D. Wyatt High School, number 54, Donnie McDowell. Linebacker from the University of Arkansas, Little Rock, number 55, Freddie Knight. Linebacker from the University of North Texas, number 56, James Walton. Defensive end from Kroll High School, number 58, Dwayne Hannon. Defensive tackle from Hillcrest High School, number 60, Ben Perkins. Offensive guard from Wiley High School, number 62, Jason Clark. Center from Richardson High School, number 67, Mike Roy. At offensive tackle, a Rampage rookie, number 68, Jeff Enlow. Offensive guard from Wilmer Hutchins, number 69, Derek Dixon. Offensive tackle from Rampage rookie, number 70, Steve McIntyre. Offensive guard from West Texas A&M, number 71, Kevin Shepard. Offensive guard from Marcus High School, number 72, Jamie Stacks. Offensive tackle from Marine Corps, number 74, John Simmons. Corrections, that is Simons, John Simons. The defensive end from the Air Force, number 75, Chris Posey. Defensive tackle from Cisco Junior College, number 77, Chris Rafer. Offensive tackle from Stephen F. Austin State University, number 78, Raymond Rush. Tight end from Acadia University, number 80, Jude Comio. Defensive back from the Metro Magic last year, number 81, Richard Crockett. Wide receiver from Midwestern State University, number 83, Manuel Jordan. Wide receiver from the Metro Magic, number 84, Mario Neely. Wide receiver from University of Texas, El Paso, number 88, Sheldon Thompson. Wide receiver from University of Texas, El Paso, number 88, Sheldon Thompson. Defensive end from Ohio State, number 89, Sam Haynes. Defensive end from Southwest Oklahoma, number 93, Gregory Peace. Offensive guard from Lorenzo High School in Lubbock, number 94, David Hyman. Defensive back from Emory University, number 99, Miguel Romero. Defensive back, a Rampage rookie, Mark Sims. From Bishop College, defensive tackle Chris Coleman. From Tyler Junior College, defensive back M.P. Bright. And another Rampage rookie, wide receiver Cedric Henderson. Those are the 1996 Texas Rampage football players.
Okay, back to action here, or back to the game, and soon we will have action as we've met players from both the Arlington Panthers and the Texas Rampage. And weather permitting, we will have the kickoff here very shortly. And before we do that, we want to take a break, so be sure to stay with us because we'll have the kickoff of this excitement between the Arlington Panthers and the Texas Rampage right after this. Okay.
Boy Scout troop number 226 is headed to the center of the field with our colors.
Hey, it looks like they're going to have a presentation of the colors. Do you want to get that?
If you'll please rise. We
Color
will
guard.
have the playing of our national anthem.
Welcome back to Standridge Stadium here in Farmers Branch for tonight's game between the Arlington Panthers and the Texas Rampage minor league football action. This game about to get underway here very shortly as we're going to start with the presentation of colors. And now, fans, our national anthem. Ready for football here in another moment or two. Back before the break, I said that we would have the kickoff here shortly, weather permitting. And weather permitting could be a very large if right now. Of course, they don't delay football for rain, although they might delay it for lightning. And we told you earlier in the evening that it's very humid evening. There's been rain here the last day or so, probably more rain tonight and tomorrow at the time we're taping this.
You can see the clouds right there in the sky.
Yes, those clouds have definitely moved in. They've gotten heavier, they've gotten darker, and you could see those clouds in the background past the scoreboard during the player introductions. During our national anthem, you could see them there in the background, and you see them there in the background as the fans still with the umbrellas out. So wind picking up now a little bit as well. So we'll have to see how that comes into play for both of these teams as far as what they want to do offensively. A lot of wind and a wet football might not be conducive to a passing style of offense. Both of these teams may want to keep things on the ground, Brian.
Well, what's interesting is before the wind picked up, the coin toss was made and the sides were chosen. In between that time and kickoff right now, the wind is picked up tremendously. So it'll be interesting to see how the players adapt to that, as you said.
Texas Rampage will receive. They're defending the south goal. Arlington Panthers will kick off. They will be defending the north goal. And the kick is off as Neil Blanchard kicks off for Arlington. Kick fielded for the Texas Rampage by Ben Molina, and Molina forced out of bounds over in his own sideline. Nice return, though. He was able to get it to around the 40-yard line or just across. And the Texas Rampage will set up shop there.
Well, Ben Molina really does stand out with those red socks and red shoes.
He certainly does, and we'll see if those make him any fleeter of foot on the night. Offensive starters for the Texas Rampage look like this. Bernard Stiggers at wide receiver. Carl Davis will be in the game, number 4. Eric Scott, I should say, will be at wide receiver. He's number 6. And under center for the Texas Rampage is number 12. That would be Mike McDade. And before we can get things going, it appears we might have some movement along the line as the penalty marker comes flying. Mike McDade, 6'5", 220 pounds, out of the University of Tennessee.
On the offense.
And this time the flag will go against the Texas Rampage. False start will move them back 5 yards. And so instead of the very good field position at the 41-yard line, they will have just halfway decent field position now at the 36-yard line.
That's always got a frustrated coach to have that good field position in the first play and get knocked back, you know, a good 5 yards.
And not only that, but it makes it a first down and 15 now. As Davis brought the play in. Eric Scott, I should say, brought the play in. I backfield behind McDade. 2 wide receivers split to the far side. This time it's a counter handoff going straight ahead. And not much doing there, as there were 4 or 5 white jerseys around the ball very quickly. It's going to be second down, and there might have been a loss of yardage on that play as well, as the ball spotted this time. Still looks like the 36-yard line, so he made it back to the line of scrimmage, although just barely. As now it's Mike Moore, number 22, and Reggie Finch, the running backs. This time split behind McDade. 2 wide receivers to the far side again, 1 split to the near side. McDade kind of taking his time there. He's trying to send the signals to his team, and now he finally has them in. Snapping this time a pitch to Moore. Moore finds room to run and now turns it back in from right side back to the middle of the field, and that hole was open only for a moment as Mike Moore, a yard or so maybe, and once again that Arlington Panthers defense continues to swarm.
It really did. It looked like McDade made a good decision there. He tried to audible that play off, and it looked really good at first, but that hole just closed up within seconds.
A quick pitch trying the right side of the line by the Texas Rampage. And as I mentioned, the window of opportunity was there but for a moment for Mike Moore. And with it still being early in the game, third down and 11, you have to figure that now they can still try the airwaves because that rain hasn't really come, not the rain that we've been expecting.
And they do have the wind.
They do indeed have that, so now a good try to pass. McDade rolls left, acts like he wants to pass, but he's going to run, and he's got the good speed and the athleticism, and he is going to be forced out of bounds at about the 47.5-yard line, it looks like. And that is good enough for a first down. The chains are moving in favor of the Texas Rampage as Mike McDade showing off that speed and athleticism we talked about, Brian.
He is incredible, and he does have great speed, and that's one good thing to have in a quarterback with an arm like that and to have that good of speed. Boy, it really makes it tough on the defense.
I had a chance to see Mike McDade last year with the Texas Rampage right here on DC TV. And he does wear number 12, and with his height, 6'5", he looks very similar to another quarterback who wears number 12, and that would be Randall Cunningham, a very tall, very mobile, athletic quarterback. This time it's a counter handoff to Moore, trying the left side. He's got room to run and is wrapped up at about the 38-yard line, but the Texas Rampage now well into Arlington territory.
Willie Freeney was the tackle on that from the Arlington Panthers, number 2. He's 6'2", 200 pounds. Nice tackle there.
Yes, and that's one thing we mentioned at the top of our cable cast here is Arlington Panthers have size, and we will try to address some of that size. As you can see some of their players who are lining up there on the line. They have a big defensive line. This time the inside handoff to Reggie Finch.
Reggie Finch, number 40.
Finch, the fullback, 6 feet 225. He's out of University of Oklahoma.
Rampage still struggling to drill the ball up the middle.
And so far, much of their early success on the ground has come off the tackles or outside, as shown on that run by Moore and the previous run by quarterback McDade. It's a split backfield. Receiver in a slot to the top of the screen as McDade drops back to pass. That pass is tipped, and it is almost intercepted. Lyric Eaton, a linebacker out of Texas Tech, had his hands on the ball for a while, but that pass tipped at the line.
Troy Bird was intended to, but he just McDade just floated that one up there, and he was good. He was lucky not to get that one intercepted.
So that'll bring up a third down and 7 for the Texas Rampage. They have the ball on the 34-yard line of the Arlington Panthers. 11:46 to go, first quarter of play. I backfield this time behind McDade, receiver in a slot to the far side, one wide receiver split to the near side. McDade taking his time with the count. Now here's the snap. Pitch coming to the near side. The running back, Jason Smith, this time. He has the pitch down to around the 30-yard line. Or they'll spot it at the 31, and whatever the case, that is well short of the first down. It'll bring up fourth down. Call it 6 for the Texas Rampage, and that will bring on the field goal unit. This field goal will be 49 yards, as it's Rudy Cipriano out of Cisco Junior College for the try. Spot is down, and it is blocked. Kick is blocked, and now finally recovered by Cipriano. So the Arlington Panthers will take over just across midfield, and they also will have excellent field position. Matter of fact, their field position will be so great starting out, it's even better than what the Rampage had.
Wes Vaughn, he literally tackled the kicker, so he couldn't get that ball. It was kind of an interesting play. Wes Vaughn is I think he's the biggest player on their team, 6'10", 362 pounds. The guy benches 630 pounds, Robert.
Yeah, that is incredible. And I actually think it might have been Juke Como, number 80, who was the holder and a backup tight end for the Rampage, because it ended up being Cipriano, actually, who made the recovery. So now we'll get a look at the Arlington Panthers for the first time on offense. Their starting quarterback, Kurt Griffin, went to Central Arkansas. And if I'm not mistaken, that's the same Kurt Griffin who's out of my hometown of Longview, Texas. And Griffin appears to have had a little bit of a miscommunication himself on his first snap.
There were a total of 5 flags. I don't think there's any more yellow flags out there that hit the ground.
Everybody who had one threw it. And the officials now talking things over. You see David Munns, the center, representing the Arlington Panthers.
That way.
This time, the infraction will be against the defense. So now a first down and 5 starting out for the Arlington Panthers. Good field position gets even better as they now have the ball 44-yard line of the Texas Rampage. I backfield behind Griffin. Receiver in a slot to the far sideline, tight end this side. Griffin barking signals to his team. He wants to change things up as well. Now takes the snap. Pitches back. Fleets. Carlos Fleets with a run. Trying the left side of the line and not much doing for him either on his first attempt. It'll bring up second down.
Nice job by the Rampage to shut off that line over there.
Yes, they were able to string it out, keep things moving down the line. And when your defensive line is able to do that, you're able to get help quickly from the linebackers and secondary. So a second down for the Arlington Panthers. Looks to be about 5 or 6 needed. We'll still call it 5 after the penalty on first down. Second and 5 for the Arlington Panthers. I formation in the backfield this time behind Kirk Griffin. Griffin takes the snap. Counter handoff this time. This time Fleeks has room to run. Fleeks bowls over one defender and now is down to about the 25-yard line. That'll be a gain of about 20 yards and a first down for the Arlington Panthers.
Well, the Rampage not having a tremendous trouble up the middle. The Panthers seem to blow that hole open wide.
And Fleek's able to take advantage of it quickly. As he burst through that line, was able to make some good moves. Fleek's a 6-foot, 220-pound tailback out of Hampton University. And he dots the I in the backfield behind quarterback Kurt Griffin. Griffin, number 12.